Right. Ready, Mike? Three.
Is it gravy?
Yeah, it's all gravy. 3, 2, 1, go. Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode. So we've got something quite cool to show you today. I'm here with Magical Mike. Hello, Mike.
Mm.
What were you drinking?
Sorry, I'm drinking tea right
Oh,
now.
thanks.
It's going cold.
Cheers. Great way to start.
Well, I didn't think you were going to introduce me that quickly.
Brilliant. Okay, well, we're with Magical Mike here. We've got some cool footage here. Basically, me and Mike have been trying to find a lot of puzzle achievements and stuff that's in the beta at the moment, and we've been filming a bit of a series on it. Now, there's a crazy jumping puzzle here at the Thaumanova reactor in north of Metrica province, and it is ridiculous.
Best.
Turns out to not be a puzzle achievement at all, sadly, which is why you're seeing this video now. But it is very cool, and Mike, you haven't seen how this ends, no?
No, I have not seen how this ends.
Alright, so basically, yesterday we were playing for absolutely ages, trying to figure this out. It's kind of ridiculous, and it's kind of unbalanced and kind of stupid, and it kind of wound you up a bit. It wound us up.
World's biggest understatement. Not only that, I had some add your own adjective in here. I had some people playing some obnoxious music across the way as well, and it was all adding to the very, very stressful atmosphere that I was in, and this whole situation was too hard, and I wasn't enjoying myself very much because it was too stressful.
Wow, that's a bit of a downer there. Okay, alright, so...
It's not the game's fault, it's just too quickly respawning enemies.
Yeah, so basically the plot of this area, if you will, is the Inquest have been building this big lab up here, and they've messed something up, and now there's all this interdimensional stuff going on, and the result is there's loads of enemies from all over Tyria, all over the place, and they're constantly respawning, so it makes doing anything here really hard. Now, there is a meta event chain that goes along this place that you might have already heard of, or you might have played yourself, where basically the Asura, not the Inquest, the real nice Asura, decide, alright, we're going to go and clean this up.
Nice Azura, are you sure about that?
Yes, they do exist. Well, okay, no, they don't exist. But still, basically they've got this golem, which you can see now actually in this room, and there's this meta event chain to escort it through this massive complex and suck up all the energy. But sadly, at the end of the event chain, this golem that's sucking up all the energy malfunctions and it explodes into a giant fire elemental, which we'll see later. There's a cool meta event chain, and you might be tempted to just leave the place after you've finished that. But don't leave. Don't leave, because there is something pretty crazy going on, which we kind of noticed while we were playing around, didn't we, Mike? But we couldn't quite crack it until recently.
We noticed a ton of jumping puzzles and things, like in the fire elemental room, you might have noticed that we looked up in the top left corner, and there was a little thing to sort of activate. And that, you can't actually get anywhere near that, spoilers, but you can get near all the ones in the other rooms, like this one's the earth room,
Yeah.
there's an ice room, and there's a water room.
Yeah.
And obviously the fire room is the fire elemental room.
Yeah. So you've got a room for each element, and there's going to be a little device to try and access in each one. However, so you might have seen these little jumping puzzles yourselves, as you'll see after my fails, which I haven't edited all of my fails in, but some of them are still there. The particularly annoying ones, the ones that really annoyed me. But yeah, so if you were a normal player and you came through here, you might have seen some of these jumping puzzles. This one in the Earth Room is probably the easiest one to see and complete. But all you would have seen is this device here, which is hidden in this bush, which I'm going to activate. And it just says elemental charger designation, blah 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 blah, and it doesn't seem to do anything, right? This is what me and Mike found. We found a few of these devices. Turns out it's telling you to get a key. Now you can see we're playing with this guy here, right? Absolutely fantastic.
Man of the hammer?
Yeah, man of the hammer, right? This is a person who I was asking out in chat. So Mike went to bed yesterday, and I kind of woke up earlier than him, and I've just been playing here loads. And I kept asking in chat, has anyone got a key? Has anyone got a key? And everyone seemed to think I was talking about Ula's lab, which is somewhere else in the Explorer. But eventually, this guy, we kind of met up, and he explained that he did actually find a key yesterday. So it turns out in this area, you'll see, like, for example, that Chaos Shard there. As a part of the Heart quest around here, you're supposed to collect things from the floor, right? But there's actually a key that can spawn, and it seems really rare. How rare, Mike? How long were we looking for it?
About 3 hours?
Yeah.
Somewhere about 3 hours, and that's no exaggeration.
Yeah, it's not an exaggeration at all. With all these enemies respawning, and we were kind of not appropriate level at the same time as well. So, well, I certainly wasn't. So it was, I love how he just like fell off the edge there.
This room sucked up 2/3 of that time.
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, this room is tough as nails to complete this jumping puzzle. This was the first one we saw, and we felt really ripped off because when we finally finished the jumping puzzle with like all the chill, like there,
just like that kind of stuff happens all the time in this room.
Yeah, where you just get chilled and stuff, and you won't be able to make it. And we made it all the way up to the top, and then we didn't have this key, which we needed, and it was really annoying. But the more we searched, the more of these little things we found around, and the more we realised something was definitely going on. But this guy found a key. He found it in a little river. We'll find later on in the video. I've never found the key at all. It seems super rare and super difficult to get to. Through whatever luck, he found it. And basically what we're doing in this video is he's progressing through this with me. I'm showing him all the locations, and he's charging this key up.
Oh, don't stand there, man. Don't stand there. Oh.
It's alright later. I'll get knocked off of it later. So, yeah, so basically, we're just going to be charging all these keys up in these different rooms. So, in this room, it gets like charged with ice elemental, and in the earth room, it got given the power of earth. He'll ping the key later. It's in his inventory, so I unfortunately can't show it to you guys because it's actually soul-bound, sadly. So, he found it and he can trade it to me, which kind of sucks, doesn't it, Mike? And that sucks as well, falling down there.
It does.
Yeah.
A lot of these jumps around here, these ice elementals will decide that they're going to aggro on you very, very easily and from across the way.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do. That's why you should always keep a wall behind you when you're fighting them, by the way. They can knock you back.
Oh my god, all these
and
fails.
These things will aggro on you, and then you'll get your combat thing going on, and then you won't be able to make jumps because you haven't got your full speed.
Yeah, you just get slowed down in combat. Yeah, all these fails, right? I'm like one jump away from the end, and I just keep... That cut there's like... Literally, there is such a long period of time where with me climbing back up and going back to the waypoint because there's no waypoints in here, so if you die, you're screwed. It's just super annoying. This room is very, very irritating. But you can complete it really quickly as well if you get lucky. Anyway, at last, there you go. That's the next device. If you listen carefully, Mike, you can actually hear in the background, there's like a humming sound, and when you activate it, if you don't have the key, it turns off. But I'm not sure whether that happens if you do have the key, because it like gets absorbed. It's kind of cool.
I don't think I can hear that. My sound isn't high enough.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it is there. You might be able to hear it on the video when it eventually goes up. But, yeah, that's the ice room. That's definitely the hardest room. Aside from getting this, like, elusive key that seems like, you know, only one person can have one at a time. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Like, only one person could have the key, and if they didn't use it, then another one would spawn.
That's no good. That can't be it. That would just be too bad.
No, surely not.
Because then one person could deny everybody.
Yeah, I guess so. But what you can see here in the back of this room, by the way, is the fire elemental. So the meta event, I spent so long in that icy room just now. The guys finished the meta event, and now the golem that's in there that was supposed to suck up all the energy has exploded, and it's become this fire elemental. Now that room, that device we saw earlier on the side that is inaccessible, the way you actually get the... Yeah, go on.
You should probably take note of that thing's health right there.
Oh yeah, it's quite...
Just keep that in the back of your mind, how much health it has at this point.
Yeah. Because we'll come back to it later. But so what you want to do to get that device to charge it with fire in the fire room is not actually a jumping puzzle. You have to finish the meta event, and then you can activate the golem that's on the floor after the fire elemental has been destroyed, and that's how you attune yourself with fire. So if you're going to try this as well, like when release comes out, you're going to try and do this. Make sure you finish the meta event, and then that is how you get fire attunement. It's not actually a jumping puzzle in the fire room. It's just from finishing the meta event. So what we're showing you is kind of like the progression after that finishes, which is kind of cool. Anyway, this is the water room. Do you want to explain the water room, Mike?
The water room is full of enemies, and that's it. And then there's this little gap down in this corner, which leads to a little river, which could potentially be where we found that key.
Yeah, that's where
where we didn't find the key.
Yeah, that's where the hammer found this key. Apparently, that's where he got it on this river. It was just here. He showed it to me before filming the video. I was like, damn. But yeah, the aqua room actually doesn't have anything in it at all. It's another one without a jumping puzzle. So you might think, well, what the hell? Where do we go? Turns out
this is just barely hidden back here near this waterfall. There's just a little gap that you can run straight through.
Cheeky, yeah.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty much. So that eluded us for a while. In fact, we were going to film a video. We did film a video. We thought we'd found the key when we came to this hidden room, when we'd found the other like areas, and we were like, oh, we've done it, and we kind of had a video filmed.
Oh, we were so excited, and then it turns out this was just another one of those things that you can activate and
to add the powers. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Nothing. We got nothing out of that.
Yeah. Literally, we spent so long yesterday and got nothing out of this. It is so complicated. There's so much you need to this, which is... I kind of like it, though, to be honest. Now that all's said and done and all the frustration's gone, I actually kind of love it. I think it's so good that it's so well hidden.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
And there will be so many people that just come along, did this meta event, and never actually finish the whole thing. You know, I think that's what makes this so cool. Anyway, this is kind of like the moment of truth here. He's now got all the powers on his key. He already did the fire element one before we started the video, so that was already attuned there. And this is the last one. So this was not knowing what to expect here. Now, no, I really didn't know what would happen. And it turns out he just got the same message from activating the key on this as he did on all of the other ones. So now I'm kind of sat there thinking, crap, well, what do we do? And you haven't seen any past this either, Mike, right?
The description of that Matrix Cube key has updated,
Yeah.
so it does now have the infusion of water in it.
Yeah, yeah. So when I hovered over it, he just pinged it in chat. It's in his inventory right now. It says that he's got all 4 elements on it. So I'm kind of sitting there thinking, what are we supposed to do? Where do we go from now? You might have noticed earlier on in the video, there's kind of that big central room with all the crazy lightning and stuff that's never actually explained by the meta event. It's just kind of there. And there's actually a control panel there, which you can activate, but it doesn't seem to do anything normally, right? But if we...
Normally.
Yeah, normally. But, here's the big but. If you've got the key, if you've been to all of these different areas and activated all this stuff and done all the jumping puzzles, found all the hidden stuff, you can activate the control panel for something else, which I have no idea what's coming at this point while I'm filming this.
I would say, by the way, if you're the person with the key, make sure everyone in the area knows that you're about to do this, because this will turn the force field off, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a big hole there, you're probably going to be able to jump down there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
It's my guess. It's gonna turn that off for everybody, I expect, and everybody's gonna want to do this while you've actually got the chance, because this took us so damn long, and if you found out that you just missed out on this by sheer dumb luck, then you'd be pretty annoyed. So be a friend and tell everyone in the area that you're gonna do this, and then that'll be awesome.
Yeah, so basically we'll activate the control panel and it gives him the same message there as it gave me, right? So I'm thinking, oh, it's the same, well, what are we supposed to do? This has failed. But he gets an extra option now that he's got the key where he can actually disable this ring around it and drop down. And it's a very subtle change on the effect. There you go, he's just done it, right? And it's really
there we
subtle.
go, force field down, of course.
Yeah.
Now what?
And now, I just think immediately, I'm like, oh crap, okay. Jump in it. So that's literally what I did.
Of course, that makes the most sense.
And
then
this,
what?
Yeah, well, what this does is really cool, actually. Instead of falling down, like, and just dying, it actually drops you on top of the entire castle. How awesome does this look?
Oh shit, yeah, we're in the clouds.
Yeah, with, like, all the lightning around, and there's a little control panel here, which I think, alright.
The key's gone.
Yeah.
That's a one-time use thing.
Yeah, you have to do it all again if you want. I don't know where you get another key. It tells you not to press the button. We press the button, obviously.
Of course, makes the most sense.
And a champion spawns, which is pretty crazy. And it's got an event of its own, if you notice there, actually. So right now, there's a meta event going on, like with the fire elemental down below, and then there's this. He's like the super secret extra boss at the end, is the way I think of it. He's actually easier to kill than the fire elemental, but still.
Well, that's because he's actually possible to kill, I imagine.
Yeah. So, well, the fire elemental's a bit ridiculous. It's just so crazy how difficult he is. But I do kind of get really scared here now because it's just me and this one other guy. He's a guardian, and we've now got to fight a champion.
It's a warrior.
Is it definitely a warrior?
It's definitely a warrior.
Oh, okay, right. I thought it was a guardian for a while. You seem to have
Yeah,
guardians.
because you see him here, I think he's using a rifle.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. Okay, right, cool. Well, anyway, it was just us, right? And we had to fight this champion. Turns out he's got no ranged attacks or anything, so you can just literally strafe him the entire time. I've sped it up pretty a lot because
Thank God, because this is taking a while.
Yeah, this video would be like twice as long if we were watching the whole thing, honestly, at the speed it took. But the whole thing was nerve-wracking because, like, for example, right now I'm in Fire Achievement Skill 4 there that I had. That would have just sent me flying off this platform and I would have, fallen. I would have had... I suppose I could have just ran back in.
You've got to be careful not to dodge yourself off the platform as well. I actually did that in the ice room at one point and that was incredibly irritating.
Ouch. Yeah, so you got to be really careful, and it was really nerve-wracking when me and the Asura, we were both Asura, but when we were really close to each other and he was coming up, it was scary. But we kept him crippled. He did better than I did, honestly. And at last, we managed to kill him, which was bloody scary. It was so dangerous. There we go.
Oh man.
You get a complete event. This is when I was expecting to get the achievement for all of our hard work, but the achievement didn't arrive.
Oh, look, a white sword, a white hammer.
Yeah, amazing loot, don't you think? Out of that chest.
The best loot of them all.
Yeah, and I didn't even get the hammer because my inventory's full. I do get some cogs off of him. You get a message like a disturbing message saying, "Oh, you need to leave," which I ignored. Yeah, and 2 gears. Look at that, and some gold. check it out. Brilliant.
Not even that. It's copper.
Oh, yeah, copper, right? Yeah. I'm still used to Guild Wars 1 where it's like gold. But yeah, so he jumps off, there's like a portal there that I think, oh right. But yeah, that's kind of the massive conclusion of it. I really love it. You're like way above the castle. And how many people do you actually think managed to find this and get here, honestly? I mean, it's so easy to miss, right?
We were looking all over the forums and for everybody. Just so much information we were looking for and nobody had anything. So, assuming that very few people actually even post on the forums, that's still a potential lot of them, but what am I saying? Barely anyone did this. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not so much about that. I just think it's really cool that for those that could actually look and did notice there were jumping puzzles and stuff around, this took us so long to figure out, and just the guessing that there was a key there, and me just mindlessly grinding here for so long hoping to find one and asking in chat and eventually meeting the hammer who happened to get it through whatever chance. It was just all really cool, especially for an MMO. I mean, it encouraged us to talk to each other. It was just really, really, really cool. And I think it would be nice if there was a better reward from it, not gonna lie.
I'm sure there will be on release. Are you wearing a monocle?
No.
Oh no, you've got glasses on.
Yeah, that's just... actually, they're not even glasses, it's just my eyes. With the end of the video, I thought there's been a few about the meta event already of people showing... You know, the one thing I quite like about this is there's a heart quest here as well. People will probably just finish it and leave, but it shows that there really is other stuff if you look out. But this is the fire elemental. I just kind of cut this in here at the end so that we could...
Look out being the operative word here.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of crap that's going to hit you.
Yeah. So I actually survived here for a lot longer than I thought I should have. Really, the only way I've seen people kill this guy, and I've hung around here a lot now, is just by kamikazing him and slowly hurting him. And look, since the ice room, look at where his health is.
How long has it been?
This was quite a lot of cutting out and stuff and speeding up, and it.
So let's guess about an hour.
Well, it was probably a bit less than an hour, but still, that is.
About half an hour then.
He's dying quicker here today, honestly, than he was yesterday. But he is tough as nails, and really, that's where the video ends with me dying in a wonderful fashion. Yeah, there in the middle.
Oh.
And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I thought this was really cool. I'd love to see more of this in Guild Wars 2 as we go forward. And as I say, me and Mike have been working on this puzzle series thing, which will start to go up.
If anyone has any information on those puzzle achievements that we may or may not have, we're looking for some.
Yeah.
So we can get it recorded and get it up and show you guys.
Yeah, we found quite a lot now. We might almost all of them. There's like 4 that
we'll put a list
missing.
in the description of what we're missing right now.
Yeah. So if you've got some of these puzzle achievements, have a look in the description and tell us if you know where some of these are, because we found every single one that anyone seems to know about at this point, and now it's just potluck if any are even available in the beta. We think we've got them all, but there might be some extras. So yeah, in the description, tell us if you've got any of those achievements, and we can get more videos out. But yeah, thanks guys. Any last thoughts, Mike? I had to ask.
Every time. Why do you do this? There are no last thoughts apart from how much stress that thing caused.
Yeah. Well. It was fun in the end. I think it was worth it.
Definitely was.
Okay. Oink oink. We'll see you next time, everyone.
Excuse me?